I want to share with you an experience. I worked in a company where most employees did their jobs during overtime. In fact, they would postpone their tasks during regular hours and only start working seriously once overtime began. It was strange to me. I saw people rinsing their water bottles for more than 5 minutes and washing their lunch plates very slowly and calmly as if they had all the time in the world. At home, they probably wouldn't even wash dishes at all. Another thing I noticed was people spending around 15 minutes in the washroom, just sitting or looking at their phones. At first, it seemed hard to believe or even take seriously. But after a few months, I realized this behavior was spreading like a kind of workplace pandemic. It slowly became the norm. Nobody from outside could really understand what was going on. I started calling it the Lunchroom and Washroom Effect. This behavior sparked my curiosity. Why were people spending so much time on things like going to the washroom, washing dishes, or taking extended breaks? Then, as the end of the workday got closer, suddenly everyone rushed to finish their tasks. And if more time was needed, they'd ask the supervisor, "Should I stay overtime or do it tomorrow?" Over 3 years, this pattern spread gradually across most employees. And once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. So I want to talk about this phenomenon because I think it's important, especially for leaders. From what I've seen and experienced, this behavior isn't just about laziness, it goes deeper. It often starts with low engagement. When the work feels repetitive, boring, or disconnected from purpose, people naturally lose motivation and start looking for ways to pass time. Then there's the impact of workplace culture. When employees see others taking long breaks or avoiding tasks, they tend to follow. Over time, that behavior becomes the standard. I also noticed the fear of finishing early. Some employees slow down on purpose because they believe finishing quickly will just lead to more work or higher expectations. And there's the issue of micromanagement. When people feel constantly watched, controlled, or not trusted, they stop using their initiative. They do just enough to avoid getting in trouble. All of this creates a quiet cycle, one that spreads slowly but deeply across a team. In the end, it's not about individual failure. It's about the work environment, the culture, and how leadership handles trust and motivation. Now, let's discuss why this happens. First, we have disengaged employees. People often get stuck in jobs that don't align with their interests or skills. They might find their tasks meaningless or lacking in growth opportunities. Imagine someone who's been doing the same repetitive work for years without any chance of advancement. It's easy to see how they might start feeling demotivated and just check out mentally. Next, we have the influence of workplace culture. If a company doesn't value punctuality, efficiency, or taking initiative, employees might feel that it's okay to waste time. They might even start to expect it from others. Think of an office where people routinely take long breaks or miss deadlines without facing any consequences. Such a culture can make it seem like wasting time is acceptable. Next, we need to talk about the fear of standing out. Some employees might intentionally try to blend in by appearing lazy. If they see others taking extended breaks or not volunteering for extra tasks, they might think that this is the way to avoid being noticed. After all, if everyone else seems to be coasting, why should they be the only ones trying to stand out? Then there's the issue of micromanagement. When managers closely monitor their team members, employees might feel less motivated to take initiative. If they know that their every move is being watched, they might just follow instructions without thinking creatively or strategically. Micromanagement can also create an environment where people are too afraid to speak up or suggest changes, which makes it even harder to address issues like wasting time. And finally, we have poor leadership. If managers don't set clear expectations or hold employees accountable, wasting time can become a bigger problem. Leaders also need to recognize that sometimes employees might not have all the resources or support they need to complete their tasks efficiently. In the end, dealing with this issue isn't about pointing fingers. It is about understanding the various factors that contribute to employees wasting time and addressing them through open communication, creating a supportive work environment, and setting clear expectations. I hope that helps, and please share your thoughts too. I'm really keen to hear your experiences and ideas on this topic.